Hey guys, what's up? Hope you're all doing well today. We are back in my garage, continuing on with our Chad build. Last time we cut this car apart, and we're going to continue doing that and putting it back together. Because that's what we do best at NK Auto. So, let's cut out this transmission support. Get that out of there. Let's cut this floor off. There we go. That works pretty good. Let's go grab a floor. And then I also want to get some front panels. So we can start rebuilding this front end, and then we can move to the rear. Let's grab the welder over here. Probably going to need this closer. Now I am probably going to have to cut those welds again to get this middle floor section off here. What we're trying to do is just get the front built again. All right, now let's grab our firewall and our transmission supports. Firewall. There we go. Portion support, transmission support. There we go. All right. Grab our wrench. So yeah, last episode of My Garage, I asked you guys, if there's anything, any kind of games you guys would like to see on the channel, possibly. And a couple of you responded. So I appreciate that very much. We will be bringing some new games to the channel. And when you have already seen this video, some of those new games have already came to the channel. I'm just trying some things out right now, guys, with different games. See how they go. See if anything catches on. I don't know how long I will keep, if I start these new games, how long I will keep them on the channel. Or how many episodes we will do of certain things. But if something takes off and does well, then we'll keep with it. But you never know what's going to do well unless you try it, right? And I just feel like I need to start branching out a little bit more instead of just doing basically just all my garage stuff. That's the reasoning for it. Let's grab our battery tray. Okay, now we got this front end built now. I'm not worried about losing the car now. Because if you... I think you have to have at least 2 items welded together or attached to keep the car as a car in the game. So, I'm not worried about that now. I think let's get this rear suspension out of here. I think that's probably the next best step. Oh, and we took a lot of those parts that were laying around from the car that we cut apart to Steve. So that's why that stuff is no longer here. There we go. Just cruising around on the floor. All right. As quick as that, as easy as that, rear suspension is out. Throw that stuff out the door. Now let's cut off this rear here. Oh, you don't want to come off of there just yet? Maybe now you will. There you go. Probably going to have to cut this. Yep, there we go. And there it all comes crumbling down. All right. Let's get some parts now from the catalog. We're going to need a trunk, a couple frame rails, not that valance. We will need a rear valance, I think. Floor M, and a valance R. We need the middle, what's it called? Middle frame support or middle, where is that at? I know it's here somewhere. How many of you guys look through the catalog and you're looking for a part and you're like, I know it's here, but you can't find it, and you go back and forth trying to figure out where the heck it is, and it's right there in front of your face the whole time. I don't know, we'll come back in a minute. The heck is this piece? All the valance are. Yeah, we'll need that at some point. There we go. Can these be welded down yet? Well, I'm inside the welder. just fell right down into the car. Okay, let's get our floor trunk. What the heck is that thing? I'm looking for rear frame brace and middle frame brace. Here, let me go here. Rear. Middle. It's easier to do it that way instead of spending all night looking for it. Does this go on next? All right. Now we're getting somewhere. Probably put this back. We don't need it anymore, I don't think. Balance front. I don't want to mess with that just yet. I need these. This. So that was just the first rocker panel. Might as well grab that. And our wheel housing. Sorry guys if I seem a little out of it today. Probably because I am for some reason. Not feeling the greatest for some reason. I'm not quite sure. I want to try to get this video all recorded up for you. So you guys got something to watch come... This will probably air on Monday. Today is Friday, September 5th. So this will probably air on Monday, I'd say. Did I get those in there? No, I didn't. Is there any down here? Yes. No. There we go. Move to the front for a minute. I can put this in now. Yeah, I'll do us some good. And the other welds for that won't show up until I put these inner panels in. All right. Lots of welds. For a minute, it looked like there was a weld there, but it's not a weld. It's just a gap, and I could see the floor through it, and it looked like a weld for a minute. Okay. Finally getting somewhere. I think I've said that already. Okay. Balance front. Panel lip C. Rear panel. Okay. Let's throw... We're going to need that too. Throw this on. This should bolt on, if I remember correctly. Yep. Okay. A lot of welds for that little panel, huh? Going across the top of the firewall. But all right. Yeah, that welds in, doesn't it? Shoulders. All right. Now we need to get some quarter fenders. We got a few of those, or a couple of those right here, I think. Rear left and rear right. Those are some pretty big panels. All right. Is that all of them? I think it is. For those couple panels. Now we could grab ourselves a trunk lid. That would work pretty well, I think. Get us some front panels, and let's see, what kind of hood do we want here? We need bumpers. Doors. We need a hood and a grill. What does this look like? Yeah, we'll throw that on. And then we'll throw this grill on. Yeah, pretty good to me. Those can be a little tricky to get to sometimes. Is that a front bumper? No, that's the rear. This is the front. There we go. The rear bumper on. Door. And another door. Coming together pretty nice. Okay. Let's swap this out for the screwdriver. If it will let me have my screwdriver. Come on now, give me my screwdriver. I tell you what. Alright, here we go. Pretty good. We need a roof on this thing, don't we? I think a roof would really, really help this. We could do a vinyl roof. You want to do a vinyl roof or you want to do a convertible? It's too bad I can't ask you guys this in real time. You know what? Let's do a convertible. Convertibles are rarely done in this game, so I rarely do them, so why not change it up? Why not? A convertible Charger. Now you could possibly, I don't know. You probably can't put that vinyl roof on there. Yeah. Go over the top so it drops down. Alright, we'll just get rid of that. Wasted $300, but oh well. I've wasted far more before. I think that's it for all the body stuff. Could be wrong. If we are, we'll figure it out at some point. And if we don't figure it out at some point, well, then I guess it doesn't need to be on the car. Mirrors. We need a white. We need wiper blades, and we need right there a wiper motor. Just going through the cache. Okay, what is this thing? Rear right. Front right. All right, there's the trim. Okay, and then everything else we can switch back to the screwdriver for. I'm not sure if we're it's going to be close to if we're going to have enough money to complete this build. And it's going to be a big question. Can I just get there we go. That was about ridiculous. Oh, actually, I'm going to need... Yeah. I'm going to need 2 more headlights. I don't see a chrome mirror. Or like a chrome rear view mirror, I should say. Just a regular mirror. I didn't see a chrome one, so. Charger RT. All right, let's put these in our backpack. This is in our backpack and head to the rear. Actually, I'm going to need some more bulbs, aren't I? Gonna need another box. There we go. All right, some good progress. We done quite a bit on her. Heck yeah. I'm liking it. I don't even know if this rear view mirror will go on here, will it? Might have spent the money for no reason. I don't think that goes on there. I thought I had the right window, it just doesn't want to go on. It's why usually I don't do them outside the car. I usually put the window crank in the door and then the window. Because it doesn't work all that well for me when I try to put the window on the window lifter outside the car door. That's why one time I had a comment, someone's like, why don't you put the window on the window lifter before you put it in the door? It makes more sense. No, it doesn't. At least not for me. It definitely doesn't work better for me. May work better for you, but not me. Okay, we need some little windows. Pedals. No sun visor needed. Seats look like they have a worn texture on the bottom. They got some wear on it. Cruise around to the other side, tack these down. There we go, seats installed. Okay, pedals. Let's get a master cylinder in there, and then a steering column. And then we'll put the dash in. Where's that at? Suspension? Go. There we go. And then we'll put in the cluster. We probably want to go here. And here. All right, I think our interior is done. Oh, now let's throw a main brake line on this thing. There we go. Simple as that. All right. Now let's start putting this suspension together. Okay. and this piece. It's the lower. Yeah, lower left should be on this side. Yep. Their torsion bar. Come on now. Does that have upper control arms or just lower? Those are lower. Yeah, right here. I thought it did. There we go. Did I buy only one hub? It looks that way. Okay, let's go buy another hub. There we go. I think that is the front suspension done. I think so. Now let's move to the rear suspension. We're going to need one of these eventually. What's the cheapest diff? That's $5.98. $5.98. That's a lot of money for a differential. I will say that. I had a hub right here all along. That is crazy. I only got one spring? I thought for sure I bought two of them. All right, well, that's the rear suspension. Excuse me. You better pop back up. You see that? Grab our handbrake. There we go. Do not know why that car just moved sideways like that. Come on. There we go. That's rear. Front. Front. Rear. That's rear. Okay. These are the rear. Rear brake pads. All right. On the wrong side. Of course I am. It won't let you just put it on the main brake line, huh? I did not know that. All right, brakes done. Suspension and brakes done. Let's throw in a alternator now, I guess. Or not an alternator. What am I talking about? Radiator. Actually, we want a V8. Lower hose and... Okay. So that's in. So now it's time to either... Do I want to try to rebuild a whole engine, or do I want to try to rebuild this thing? Really don't know. It has a good oil pan. It's got a good block. A couple good heads on it. Good cylinder head covers. I mean, this thing has a lot of good parts on it. Oil filter housing looks good. I think it might be worth trying to rebuild. I know the rest of the car is new, but I think rebuilding this would actually be worth it. I don't know the condition of the parts, but as of right now, but they do look visually good. Well, that block is 44%, so that's not going to last long. But it would save us a lot of money, because a block's going to be, what, $2 or $3 grand or something like that? I just don't know if we'd have... Yeah, we'd probably have enough to build a whole new engine. Do we just want to build a whole new engine? That exhaust manifold's good. That one's shot. Yeah, you know what? Let's just build a new one. Everything else is new, so why not, I guess. See if we can steal the brake fluid out of this one. And we did it again. All we got to do now is bleed the brakes. Well, I think everything's good now. All we have to do is build an engine and paint the car. So I think that's going to happen in the next episode, guys. So I know this build has taken a little while, but it is what it is, right? So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave it a like my content, like my channel, consider subscribing to me. All your support is greatly appreciated. So until next time, guys, we'll see you later. Thank you for watching.